Yo, what's good, guys? In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can literally hit 7 figures in OnlyFans revenue in 1 year, and literally your first year in this business with just 3 things. All you got to do is know these 3 things, and that's all you need to know. And we're going to break it down 100% for you right now. Now, check this out. A lot of people don't believe this. They don't believe it's possible. They have limiting beliefs about this. And I'm going to show you multiple people that are already applying these methods, and they're already on their way to 6 figures as we speak. So here's a guy that is literally using the same exact strategies that you will find in the 7-figure OF agency Blueprint, and he did over 6 figures in his first month in the business. And here's another guy using the same exact strategies, went from 0 to 14,000 in his first month. Here's another guy that's using the same exact strategies, and he went from 0 to 14,000 in his first month in the business. So, like I said, it is possible if you know these 3 things. And what are these 3 things that I'm going to talk about right now? Number 1 is you have to have marketing and promotion down. So number 1 is literally marketing and promotion. And what goes into this is having girls understand what kind of content they need to take. Because if you're going to market and promote something, it better be good content. So this means the content that's on their social media, not just the content that's inside of OF, right? That's important too, but you need content that's proper on social media.
Yeah, you want to make sure you get tons of story posts for Instagram. You get different pictures for Twitter because Twitter allows more nudity. You want to get little TikToks, as many different platforms you can get. You can benefit from each one.
Yes, exactly. And so once you have that content in place, once you have that blueprint of what content you need to ask your girls for, now you're going to build all of this content that you can drip on these social media platforms. Now, I'm not talking about just doing organic stuff. Yeah, sure, you want to do reels and all these things, but the main thing is you want a predictable way to scale. So that is what we're going to talk about. So basically, one of the things that we like to do is DM blast because it's very, very predictable. You know, for example, for like $100, if you could guarantee to get 10 fans, and you knew that with your chatting team, you could guarantee get $150 out of each of those fans over the next 6 months, why wouldn't you spend that? Why wouldn't you spend that $100? You would spend as much as you could, right? You would ask me, all right, how do I spend 1,000? Or how much could I spend a day, right? How do I push that to the max? And so with DM Blast, you can do 100K a day. You can do 200K a day. And so that's one of the mediums that we push to the maximum potential every single day. And that's just one of the ways that we scale. But you want to have different other ways as well, like Reddit, Twitter, like he was saying. You want to have bots doing actions, things that are automated and scalable. Not just bots, though, because bots, what happens is there's updates all the time. And so you can't rely on a bot to always get you the same results tomorrow as it got you today. So you also want to hire people from third world countries for $3 an hour to do simple tasks that the bot would do. It's a little bit more expensive, but it is kind of like a safety net that will always be running in the background.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We're constantly hiring new people from different countries for, $3 to $4 or $5 an hour. And while we're sleeping, they're up, they're working because of the time difference. So it's kind of just a way that we can ensure that we're constantly making money.
Yeah, and then another thing is when you're working online with these people, when you're hiring these online, virtual assistants, you can scale a team of hundreds, if not thousands of them, and you don't have to have an office space, and you don't have to make sure that they're all good and worry about, customer, or you don't have to worry about an HR department and whatnot.
Yeah, you don't have that overhead. It's not like, oh, we gotta make this much every month to keep the lights on and keep the roof over our head. It's not brick and mortar. So that's the cool thing. A lot of our assistants are, they're at home, they're on the go, they're checking in on their phone, chatting, etc., etc.
So yes, we do a lot of Tinder, we do a lot of Bumble, we do a lot of bots, we do a lot of scaling things. Twitter, Mother Slave, Instagram. So not only should you hire hundreds, if not thousands of virtual assistants, but you should also have different bots that are working at the moment, different softwares that are working at the moment, but just don't expect them to always work 100% of the time, right? So, for example, we were offering Bumble as a service, and we had too many issues with girls not taking the proper verification photos and stuff like that. So we had to shut it down for most people. We are going to keep it open to the people that are in the actual course for the most part. Some of these services we're only going to offer to select individuals that we already know have all the other know-how. Because if we just give you this service, you might not get results with it as much as us unless you've gone through the course, for example, or you might just not get the results for it because you don't even know how to talk to your girls right. Like you don't know how to lead your girls and have them do the proper content and stuff like that. So number two, the most important thing that you need after marketing and promotion is content. You need content in the vault and proper content, right? So we have a content list and we have a strategy that we actually put in this course that you'll be able to just send examples to your girls and they'll know exactly what to take and what to send you back. And I just recommend you don't do any marketing until you have that vault completely full.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have at least 100 to 200 pieces of content from your girl before getting started, really, because you're going to jump the gun, you're going to get excited, oh, I want to promote, and then you get the fans to your page and you're not going to be able to be posting consistently because you don't have enough content. So, you might be able to post consistently for like a week and then you get dried out. Your fans are going to notice that. They're going to be like, yo, what the fuck? That's when you get fans who start to fall off. And the whole goal of this is retention. You want to retain as many fans as possible and for as long as possible. And you also want to know how much each fan is spending. So you have an average of however much they're spending on average. And basically, you don't expect them to fall off until they've hit that mark. And if they do, you know that you're messing something up somewhere or they weren't interested or whatever, but you need to cover everything that you can do on your end.
Yep. So you want that predictable income. You want to be able to know, I make $150 off each single fan in the next 6 months without a shadow of a doubt because it's just like clockwork. You have the process down to a science. So number three, and this is the most important piece of the puzzle, is you need to have the chatting on lock. All right. 24-hour team on lock. You're not doing the chatting yourself. This is a pay-to-play game. If you cannot afford that, then you can't just do it in the beginning until you get enough money to afford it. No, you need some money to make this happen. All right, you need some money to make this happen.
You need to start small and don't scale until you can afford to scale. So start small. Start with one chatter. Go from there.
Yep, and the other thing is, I don't care if the chatter, claims to be really good or whatever. They can always use more training. So you should know what you are training them to do or what you expect them to do. You should already know. You should become a master before you expect somebody else to do it for you. Reason being is because a lot of these chatters out here, they're decent. You might be able to hire them and get some sales here and there, but there's always room for improvement. If you're trying to do 150 per fan, over the next 6 months, guaranteed, you need to make sure that they're following, the best strategies and the best methods so that you can ensure that is going to happen.
And a thing I'd like to add is when hiring your chatters, don't be afraid to literally chat with them as if you're a fan, because you need to see how they can sext, how they can make sales, if they're good at sexualizing. It's it seems kind of goofy at first, but these are things that need to be done. Like you can't just hire a robot and expect to make sales. Like these girls or whoever you hire, they have to be good at their job at the end of the day. So we so yeah, we go through a little routine with each one of our chatters where we see how they talk and sexualize, what's their grammar like, et cetera, et cetera. And from there, we can go and make a decision if we're going to keep them on for a long period of time.
So this is just an overview, a bird's eye view of some of the strategies and methods that we go over in the 7-Figure OF Agency Blueprint. However, inside the actual course itself, we will go onto the microscopic level and zoom in on every little last detail so there is no stones unturned and you know exactly how to do this and you are a master after you've gone through this course. However, just keep in mind, the price is only $297 for now because it is version 1, all right? As soon as we optimize it and we put more into the course, because we're going to continue to add to this course, the price is going to go up. I know some people are a little upset that it's too cheap for the amount of value that's actually in the course because they're thinking, oh, it's going to make the market more saturated. Don't worry, the price is going up and the value is going up very, very soon. And we just want to let people get in at this price right now for the value that we have in there right now. It's a steal for the price. And no, we're not going to let too many people in. There is a cutoff, you know, and we do have content in the vault that we are going to dump into this course when we feel it's time to upgrade it at that point when we got enough people in on this version 1. So without further ado, don't miss out on this opportunity. Go ahead and visit the link down below in the description and check out what other people are saying about the 7-Figure OF Agency Blueprint. All right. Peace, guys.